afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for having me come speak today, and welcome to Salt Lake City, Utah. What an audience. When I walked in, I had goosebumps, and I might cry, so don't discount how the impact is when you walk into a room and you look across and you see everyone that is here today. Thank you to the entire SACNAS team for the opportunity to welcome you, and to everyone who is speaking this weekend, thank you as well. When I was asked to participate today, I was told I needed an introduction song, so I chose one of my favorites, the fight song. It's upbeat, it's motivating, it makes me feel empowered to tackle any challenge in my path, despite the odds. When I look out across this audience, I see hundreds and thousands, I'm pretty sure, of fighters. The first generation students. I see young professionals who may or may not be the first in their family, but I also see the future leaders of our country. It makes me proud. You are inspiring, and you create hope for everyone. I've also been a first. Yes, I am the first openly gay mayor of Salt Lake City. My journey isn't the easy stuff of traditional politics. Being LGBTQ and a female in Utah requires a special toughness to push through barriers, and I did. Getting to this point as Salt Lake City Mayor has been a journey of more than 20 years. There was an event in 1995 that changed my life forever. One evening, I was sitting on my couch at home with my wife back then, and I was watching Jerry Seinfeld, and on comes the news in between with commercials talking about a group of students from East High School who wanted to form the first gay-straight alliance in the state of Utah. Well, that came with a lot of challenge, came with a great deal of oppression, hatred, and threats to these young students. This was a forum where LGBTQ students, along with straight students, could come together in support of one another. And that did not work for the Salt Lake City School District, the State Board of Education, or the state of Utah. Rather than allow these students to create a safe space in their school and their community, all clubs were banned in every single school in the state of Utah for every single student, just to keep that one club from happening. Obviously, that made local news, national news, and international news. The students had to fight and fight and fight for what they believed in. They became heroes to many in Utah's LGBTQ community. And the actions of these underdogs started a statewide discussion on LGBTQ issues. Throughout all of this, there I was, a woman living an openly lesbian life, sitting on my couch, watching kids take a stand. And that made me uncomfortable. What had I been doing to make their lives easier? And the answer was nothing. And that was not okay with me. So I left that couch and I never went back. I ran a campaign for an ally, and we ousted one of those voters who banned clubs. 2 years later, I ran for the Utah legislature and I won. And yes, I served for 13 years. When you succeed, I believe you have a responsibility to pay it forward for others. The responsibility to do so is even greater when you are a part of an oppressed or marginalized community with a history of being left out. And I fundamentally believe that we are all in this together. No matter where you're from, no matter where you live in this world, we are one. Since taking the mayor's office in January 2016, I have focused on the tough issues that have been kicked down the road for years. Air quality, economic development, homelessness, climate change, affordable housing, expanding diversity and opportunity, making sure that my city is equitable. With all of that comes foundational shifts that are required to break down barriers. I went to work looking for the best, the brightest, the most diverse talent I could find for leadership positions. I found people from all backgrounds who were fighters, just like me. Underdogs who had their own struggles, had their own barriers, but had pushed past them to success. Half of our city's departments are now led by women. That is a first. My office has an incredibly diverse makeup. My team members are African American, Latino, LGBTQ, Pacific Islander, African refugees, and several interns from diverse communities around this country and around the world. We need diverse voices, not only to be heard, but to lead the conversations. I have been a first, but what's more important is I will not be a last. That matters to me. Each of you are talented, intelligent, dedicated, and committing to lead. You have all faced unique obstacles and numerous barriers, but you kept going, you kept fighting. SACNAS understands the potential each and every one of you has, and this is the perfect opportunity for you to grow in your leadership. The truth is, we need more diversity across science, technology, engineering, math, and of course, leadership positions. We need your ideas, perspectives, and vision to drive us forward in a way that has never occurred thus far. And we need you to own your story, to own who you are, to be proud of who you are, to encourage others to do the same, to keep breaking barriers and boundaries. Whether someday you choose to engineer skyscrapers or spaceships, develop life-saving biomedical technologies, code incredible robotics, or maybe even run for office, I will be here to support you. And know that you are surrounded by many others who will support your success as well. This weekend, you have the opportunity to share ideas, experiences, take risks, tackle new challenges, but even more important, you have the opportunity to network, to build a network across this country and around this world in a way that will have an immense impact on how we move forward. This room gives me intense hope, and I am truly inspired as I look out across this room. Thank you for the opportunity to be with you today. Thank you for standing up and owning your ground and taking your place. make sure you make the most of this life. Thank you.